Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today for this week's question and answer video. I do this every single Monday, and I'm a life coach and I'm trying to help you guys heal from your traumas. The best way is to talk and learn and understand your trauma and what happened to you. So if I can assist that in any way by answering questions, please ask questions. No such thing as a bad one, only bad answers. I don't mind repetitive questions. Don't worry if a million people have asked me already. Everyone needs to hear the answers over and over again, I believe. So please ask questions. I encourage you. If you think that I'm benefiting you or can benefit somebody else, you can really support what I'm doing here by going down to the subscribe button. Hit that. Subscribe to my channel. You can vote up or down on videos. Go down the comment section. Say hi. Tell me where you are. Tell me why you voted the way you did. Suggestions. You can ask me to make videos. I take it all, okay? And thank you very much. So I recommend things every week, as you guys know. This week, I want to recommend a supplement. I don't believe we have enough vitamins and minerals in our foods anyways, but when we are suffering from stress, which this is what this is, trauma and how you guys are feeling, we need our minerals. And one very, very important is magnesium. So I found something called Natural Vitality Calm. You can find the link down below to Amazon if you're interested in it. This is the #1 selling magnesium. It's citrate supplement, anti-stress magnesium supplement drink mix powder. Original flavor, vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO. And if you are experiencing kidney and liver damage, migraine headaches, restless leg syndrome, worsened PMS symptoms, insomnia and trouble sleeping, osteoporosis, tooth cavities, muscle weakness and cramps, and impotence, you may want to try some magnesium. Add some into your life, okay? This seems to be a really good product. And regardless, try to add magnesium to your life, okay? To your body somehow, okay? Alrighty. And this one says, it's got all kinds of claims that it helps. But as we know, magnesium really, really helps us big time, okay? So let's get on with the questions. First one is from Sunny Day in Nebraska. Hello. My narc mother would say maybe I should just kill myself. I used to react to it until one day I was 30 years old at the time. I replied with, oh well, how can I help you with that? A knife or a gun? Which do you want? She never said it again to me. Harsh, but maybe it worked. Yay, from middle of nowhere, Nebraska. Self-pity is just the worst emotion and most destructive of all. It's worse than pride. Pride ruins relationships. Self-pity ruins your life and everyone around it. My recommendation to all of you out there, because narcissists tend to be suicidal, they also tend to just claim that they're going to commit suicide. And I truly believe the best response to anybody that says, I'm going to kill myself, since you can't help them really, you know, there's not much that a mom or dad or sister or brother, boyfriend, girlfriend, or friend is going to do with somebody who has suicidal tendencies. You may be able to talk them out of it. They may just be using that against you to get what they want, which is called emotional blackmail. The #1 way to deal with this is call 911, call authorities, and say someone's going to kill themselves. Okay? This begins to happen every time they do it. They'll think twice about saying it all the time. Okay? And it's really the first step in getting them help, the help they need. All right? I can't see any other reason why not to do that, really. And I'm sorry that someone's been doing that to you. It seems like your response worked. Good. Thank you. Nate from North Carolina. Hi, Nate. I wanted to say that I do tell my therapist about these things, and he tells me that I need to worry about me first, which is right. I like hearing what you have to say also because I love your videos and think you're a genius. Don't do that to me. LOL, thanks again. Well, thank you, Nate, very much. I'm not a genius. I just know some information about this subject, but thank you. And do everything your therapist is telling you. He is right. Next question is from, this one was a little bit harder to blow up here. From Rose from the United Kingdom. Hello, Rose. I have messaged you before, been with my partner for 10 years. I have been through breakups 20 plus times. He changes. It's like a different person the next day sometimes. He has said he feels nothing, flat. I see mostly anger in his eyes, but then he can cry over emotional situations. Can all of this be an act, or can a narc, if that's what he is, be that truthful? Well, yes, narcissists can tell the truth sometimes, sure. They very much lack awareness, so when they tell you who they are, how they feel, what they want, what they need, it might not be very accurate. That might be what they think. Their personality disorders often mean, especially narcissists, means they can't really regulate their emotions that well. This sounds like a covert narcissist who does the self-pity and I'm not good enough and holds things back in secret from you. He's probably telling you these things to get what he needs. They're very codependent. They're dependent on you to supply the things that they need. Supply, energy, fuel, that's what it is. It's emotional needs. Whether it's comfort and telling them they're okay and validating their BS, keeping them from having to do anything themselves is basically what they're trying to do. The breakups, I want all of you to know that the breakups, the on, off, I love you, I hate you, the silent treatment, discard, come back, Hoover, these kinds of things really, really, really damage our brains. I made many videos about this if you're interested in watching them, many. This kind of damage takes quite a while to repair, and it makes us dependent on this. Not them, but the relationship. It's just same as drugs and alcohol, sex, gambling, work, whatever we become dependent on, addicted to. It's the ups and downs. It's extremely damaging. So you couldn't have much more of an unstable relationship than one that's on and off like this all the time. When you guys find yourself in these situations, stop it. Stop. Do whatever you have to do to stop this on-off. Okay, you go to therapy, you go to couples therapy, you stay away from them. The longer you stay away from a manipulator, the clearer you will see what's going on. I often have to insist or try to get my clients to break away from their toxic family sometimes a week. If I can just get them to just not contact them for a week, they start seeing things and feeling better. So, very damaging. Thank you for sharing, Rose. Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. So many years ago, I will try. I remember one time when they were arguing, trying to get my dad outside, telling him I needed him to fix something on my bike. Of course, he saw right through that. I find myself always wanting to be the fixer, and within the last couple years, if us sisters are discussing some family issue, I just say it's all my fault. And then they will laugh because all is well. My mom never explained anything to us, so we thought dad was at work all the time, so we blamed mom for complaining. We weren't abused as far as physical or sexual abuse, maybe mental abuse or emotional abuse. Being specific is hard when I'm still trying to wrap my head around what part of my childhood played in anything. Boundaries. My mom probably had them, but how could she enforce them? 9 kids and what? I'm same way about boundaries, but we only had 2. Any insight would be great. Rory, can you be more specific? I'm not sure what you're asking here. I don't understand. I'm sorry. So please just be more specific today down there, and we'll talk about this again next week. 9 children. I don't care who it is. I really don't. I don't care. You could give me 2 of the best parents in the absolute world. They will not be able to meet all the needs of 9 children. Can't do it. It's too many. So you have immediately neglect, and it might not be just emotional. It could be physical. That's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of services children need. But favoritism, I mean, once you start getting 4 or more, there's favoritism. Sorry, and I'm not just saying narcissistic parents, any parents. They can't do it. You can't do it. You just can't. You got to make money. You got to clean. You can hire all these people to do it for you. You're not going to be able to meet the needs of 9 children. So they're neglected. You were neglected, Rory, just off that alone. But I know your situation more. But I'm just not understanding what exactly you're asking me. You just said any insight. Boundaries, a very codependent family going on here. So there are no boundaries. And you, as far as, you found your role, Rory. And roles like this end up being, may start out as the golden child, the overachiever, fixing everything. And then you become the enabler, like maybe your mom was. Because you learn what a woman is, what a mom is, what a wife is, all from your mother. And that's kind of what we exemplify. Taking the burden that it's all my fault. For a codependent family and relationships, that's perfect. You just take it as your fault, but we don't fix it. And that's the definition of any codependent relationship. We have problems, and we don't fix them, and we don't end the relationship. We just keep it going dysfunctional, going nowhere. And so someone gets blamed. And so what happens is you may end up becoming the scapegoat, lost child, things like this. But yeah, just please ask me again, Rory. Good to see you again. Jennifer from United Kingdom. Hello, Jennifer. On Monday, will you give a little information on broken wing syndrome, please? Thank you, David. Yeah, I like the damsel in distress theory. I just made a video about that not too long ago, Jennifer. If you haven't seen it, go just scroll down my video playlist. You'll see it. It was just a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about borderlines mostly, and you've got covert narcissists, quiet borderlines, things like this, and they really do that. They really play the victim. And when you look at somebody that wants to manipulate, and borderlines a lot of them aren't so aware of themselves and what they're doing, so they may not be aware of how they're manipulating, but they are. Borderlines can be extremely exploitative. One of the best ways to manipulate people, and I've learned this from psychopaths, I've studied psychopaths for years, and they're the best, right? And what they do is I saw one psychopath say this. He says, all I do is I just throw out the line of empathy. Feel sorry for me, have empathy, compassion for me. And so that's, somebody wronged me, I'm the victim. Somebody keeps hurting me, I'm not capable, I have medical issues, problems. Borderlines love to use their disorder. A lot of borderlines know they have borderline personality disorder, and that for them is a pass to not have to do anything in life, and everybody needs to do it for me and help me. Another one would be obsessive compulsive personality disorder. That's another one. Schizotypal, very, very poor me, I'm not capable. The self-pity really comes out. So we have the broken wing syndrome, I'm the bird that can't fly. And the damsel in distress, I'm in a dysfunctional relationship, someone's abusing me and controlling me, I can't get out. That is so extremely common with borderline women. Borderline women will be in a relationship and they'll have suitors always waiting so that they'll never be alone. Borderlines cannot be alone. I don't care. They can't. I'm not saying they aren't. There isn't one. But they can't do it very well. Narcissists can be alone more than borderlines typically. And so they'll monkey branch, right? Like Tarzan, swing from one, won't let go of one until they have another. Borderlines, very common. They'll just constantly complain about their relationship. The covert narcissists will do that too. But, I'm in this horrible relationship, and they'll have men, just waiting and feeling so sorry, and I can't wait to be with you. And she says, oh, well, I can't wait to be with you too. But for some reason, they'll have, one reason, they just can't leave. They're stuck. They're controlled me. They have all the money. They have all my things. And it really, especially you guys coming out of relationships that are kind of like that, we sympathize, we empathize, we have compassion for that. And if our life isn't doing well and we can't manage it, then we want to manage somebody else's. It's codependency. Okay, so we call ourselves empaths. A lot of you guys do that, call each other empaths. And what happens is we really tend to feel sorry for people and be drawn toward people who are suffering like we are or we have. I'm going to tell you, once you heal from your past traumas and they're not traumatic anymore and there's not much emotion tied to them anymore, you'll realize that everybody else that was in your situation will be okay, can be okay if they want to too. Okay? And I use this analogy of watching, 4 or 5-year-old kids running up and down the sidewalk with shorts on and these sandals, right? And what's going to happen? They're eventually going to fall and skin their knees. And we want to just, oh no, don't run. But we've all fallen. We've all gotten back up. We're all okay. The boo-boo heals. And so we look at children, yeah, they may fall, but they're going to be okay. And that's how we need to try to have this kind of compassion for others that are suffering and doing bad. They need to really do it themselves. There's nothing you guys can ever do for somebody else, really. There really is. We can't just remove people out of a toxic house. They need to walk out, right? And so if someone's in a toxic house and they want our help, what are you going to do? About the only thing we can do is listen. And that starts to become enabling, okay? It happens a lot, especially with borderlines. They want to complain about their relationship, and all they're doing is saying, I've been wronged and this feels bad. And then we help them feel better and give them some hope. And then they go back to the relationship, and they're never going to fix anything and do anything about it. That's enabling. And really, there isn't much we can do. This stuff is very serious. I've helped clients for years, and it's extremely, extremely serious. And we just can't help people in our personal lives. Therapists don't talk to their relatives. I don't sit there and coach my friends. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And so we can't do that. Okay? But it's stressful. And if we're not healed from it, we have much more compassion, much more empathy towards people. We've maybe programmed in life to take care of our family and others and be there for them. And that's where we find our role. But that isn't. It can't be. We've got to put ourselves number one. And if our lives aren't in order and we haven't fixed and healed our own traumas, we can't really do it for other people yet. Okay? And you'll see a lot of people in this profession that I'm in therapy, psychoanalysts, psychiatrists, and a lot of them got into this field because they're not emotionally well and they want to focus on other people instead of managing their own lives. And it doesn't work, okay? Empathy, I have lots of empathy, but I don't find myself crying and feeling everyone else's pain now. It's beautiful. I remember the day that I said, you know what? I need to be able, this is a long time ago, I need to be able to listen to other people's problems and I don't have to feel the way they do. I don't have to feel so bad. And that's not wrong. I don't feel guilty about that anymore. It's like, I'm sorry for your pain. There's help for you. I hope you find it, because there's pretty much help for everybody. All right. Thanks. And if you have more questions about that, let me know. Keep asking. Thanks. Okay. Tree Lover, love your smile and your videos. You are so helpful. Thank you very much. That's nice of you. Thank you. Jamit from Indiana. Hello, Jamit. Struggling with stuff the narc and toxic people ruined for me. Hobbies, music, etc. I'm doing okay. Stuff I usually enjoyed reminds me of the narc, so I'm learning new things, broadening my horizons. I'm angry at losing so much, though. LOL. It's called loss. You're grieving. The truth really does hurt sometimes, doesn't it? It seems to come back after healing that part once I've accepted that it happened. Narc showed me how thick that bubble of illusion was around me. It's a day at a time. I'm better off without the toxicity. I guess I answered my own question. Thank you for all you do to make things better and clear for me. I saved this one just because I saw the question mark and hadn't read it yet. But you said you answered your own question. I'm not sure what your question is. These are forms of depression. We get situational depression after loss. We lose people, we lose relationships, even belongings. You've lost your future with this person that you planned. And it doesn't really matter if we hate them. They took up a lot of space and time, especially these toxic relationships. And you had somewhat of a future planned and it's gone now. And so we need to grieve. It causes us to introspect and really look at our lives. And it causes depression. And this depression means we stop being interested in ourself. Anything that has to do with ourself. And that means hobbies and music, etc. So this is where we push ourselves. Okay, positive thinking, positive daily affirmations. Tell yourself good things. Challenge negative thoughts. Don't accept them. All right? And pursue self-interest, guys. We have to. Start thinking of all the things that used to interest you and see if those still do. Find new interests. There are many things in this world that interest all of you that you don't even know exist. But we have to spend that time to go out and look. And that's where depression sometimes fails us, okay? So push yourself. Push yourself. Even if you don't feel like it, do it, okay? This is what we have to do. And that's why depression is so tough. We need to have good experiences, positive experiences. We need to have times where we feel good to counter the feel bad. And we need to be really, really, really all about ourselves from now on, okay? Depression has a lot of negative emotions. We need to accept these, process them, do what we can to make ourselves feel better. Sometimes I get people to make a feel-good list. And these are the things I have to do for people that are depressed because you don't think about it or you'll think about it and not do it. So we make a pact, all right? We make a big feel-good list. Every little thing that feels good in your life. Everything. From eating to vacationing to talking to my friend to cooking to exercise, walking, petting my dog. Literally have a list. And when I feel bad, these are the things I'm going to do to make myself feel better. And when I have negative thoughts, these are the things I'm going to say to challenge these. Because negative thoughts aren't true. Things that make you feel bad that you think about typically aren't true. And we challenge it with things that are true. And how do we know it's true? Because it feels better. So we get a negative thought. I'm so unlovable. I'm a bad person. I'll never find somebody else. Things like this. None of that's true. People aren't bad people. People do bad things. Okay? No one's unlovable until we love ourselves. You see, and so we challenge these things and we say, no, I am lovable. I was just in a bad experience. Somebody hurt me. Somebody hurt me that I love that didn't love me back. And I'm never going to let that happen again because I'm worthy of so much more. And this is tough, but we fake it till we make it. Okay? Even if you don't feel it, do it. Okay? Thank you. Good luck, Jamet. Lorena, hi from Germany. Hi. Hello. My best friend of 7 years wants to end our friendship because I missed to answer her calls. She just diagnosed of liver cancer, and I understand she's scared and not in a good state. I want to be there for her. She called me selfish and accusing me bad stuff, which I know I'm not. I noticed pattern of narcissistic in her. Is this discard? How do I deal with her accusations? Okay, so when people accuse, you don't ever have to defend yourself, period. Just remember that, everybody. I know, amazing, huh? You may want to if you're being charged with murder by police and you didn't do it. You might want to explain and help them out. But people in our lives that we have relationships with us, that we are attached to, committed to, things like this, we don't have to defend ourselves of accusations. We tell them we didn't do it. We give if you want to give an explanation, you can. But really, if someone's accusing you and say you did it, what are you going to do? You're going to start defending yourself on what you do and what you do and what you do. The problem is that we aren't doing it. Nobody on both sides is saying how it feels. When you start talking about how somebody hurt you, but you just go on and on about what they do, just like a manipulator, well, what do? They defend themselves. They tell you it's not true. I didn't do it. You made me do it. Things like this. You just tell them it hurts you. And so this person needs to tell you that it hurts you. And then you guys can work together to make them feel better and to encourage or to reassure them you won't ever do it again. But just defending yourself against false accusations never works. Somebody believes I did something bad to them. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? I didn't do it. And if they don't believe you, it's over. Okay. Now, somebody that just got diagnosed with liver cancer, I'd imagine, is pretty unstable right now. Maybe not be themselves right now. Okay. But what's really, really important is that you are most important. You always come first. And if somebody's making you feel bad, you tell them they're making you feel bad. And if they don't care about trying to make you feel better, reassure you that they won't treat this way again, the relationship is over. It's your decision if you want to keep it, maintain it, but you owe this person nothing. It's very nice to be there for our friends. I encourage that. Okay, if she's mistreating you, some of that might be because of her diagnosis. Some of it might be because she has cancer. I don't know, but it still doesn't make it okay. It's up to you, Lorena, how much you want to tolerate. The point is that it feels bad, and this has to stop, okay? She's not allowed to keep making you feel bad. If you can't explain it to her, and she's not trying, 100% effort from both of you, trying to make this never happen again and make this feeling go away, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, Lorena. And you're not going to cure her cancer. You're not going to make her feel better if she's accusing you of all these things, so it's pointless to try. I would give it some time, give it a little space, okay? Let this sink in to her. She's probably in shock. She's going to be depressed, typically, start being more and more depressed, depending on how she handles this. But it might get worse, So you said, is this a discard? I don't know what she's doing. And how do I deal with her accusations? You don't have to at all. Just stop. Just stop. If you didn't do it, you tell her you didn't do it. If you did it, you tell her you're sorry. But you don't have to defend yourself, okay? It just is pointless. I hope you guys understand that. You guys have, I've had somebody, YouTube channel, still has videos, 50-something videos, has smeared me and made up lies. I don't even know this person, and has made up just massive, massive lies over the past 4 years now. I've never defended myself once. This is the closest I've ever come to acknowledging it. I won't say who it is. Who cares? But would it have done any good for me to defend myself? No, that's not true. That's not true. Make videos, and now we're in a stupid fight that she wanted and all the attention she wanted, and grow her channel more, which is all she cared about. So it doesn't do any good, right? She's going to say I did it. Either she believes I did these things, right? But she doesn't know me, but she just makes up stuff. Or she's totally delusional. Neither of them will help if I defend myself. You let all these people now, or, that's watched her stupid videos and comes over and you did this. Well, you don't know me and you don't know that I did that. Would it do any good for me to defend myself? None. None at all. None. So just let toxicity be toxic while I be toxic free. It helps. Okay? And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about your friend, about their diagnosis, and I hope they have a full recovery. It's commendable to be there and supportive for our friends, but we can't be abused. Okay? And that's just a personal choice of how much you can take. All right? Good luck. Emily from Latvia. Hi, Emily. I have prepared to end relationship with my romantic partner. I will do it in person next week. I do not prefer to break up over message or phone conversation. That's nice and respectful. The more you are true to yourself, the better this will feel. And I can't stress that enough. Even horrible experiences that you're going through, okay? And in the future, you can really come out of horrible experiences feeling pretty good. And the number one way to do that is to stay true to who you are. So if you value respect and honesty and integrity and loyalty, things like this, then when you end relationships, you'll do it respectful, you'll be honest, and you'll have integrity, and you'll walk away with yourself. And it feels good out of a bad experience, okay? So I will tell him how I feel and what I need out of a romantic relationship. Once he says he cannot provide that, I will go in peace. I will be calm, as I will do my best to be honest with him and honest to myself. Thank you again for providing educational, informative, and very useful videos. Your tone, content, and language is professional and well understood. That's very nice of you, Emily. Thank you. You've been around this channel for a while and supporting me for a long time. I appreciate you very much, Emily, and I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry this relationship didn't work out. I know you were excited, and I know you really like him a lot, and I'm really sorry. I really am, Emily. And it's great to see that you know that you're worthy of what you want and what you need. And not settle, not compromise those things. Because relationships do require some compromise. But never, ever compromise your moral values. Never. We find people that have similar moral values. It's the one thing we never compromise. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Emily. I hope it works out for you. I think you're going to feel the best, though, by doing it the way that you said you're doing it. Good job. Eddie. Well, that's your name, your channel name. Your name down here is Jen from San Diego. Hi, Jen. I've dated a guy I met online for 7 months, and he never let me visit him. Red flag. Although he said I'm the best thing ever happened to him on the phone. It's amazing. He has been living with his female best friend for almost a year. I see where this is going. Recently, he bought a house, and he's moving in with her. He does not allow me to visit him because he said his female best friend roommate has social anxiety disorder. He asked me to wait at least 4 months. Should I trust him? I didn't, and I dumped him. Am I the crazy one? He told me his ex-wife is a narcissist and he's being abused for 6 years. I felt sorry for him. Okay. I'm not going to tell you if you should trust him or not, but I already don't. Ugh. This is the big problem we have meeting people online, guys. Okay? I've done it, and I've never been on a dating site, but I've met people online and stuff. It just doesn't go well. We just can't get a good read for who people are, and that's good that you wanted to meet in person. And you know, a person saying, no, I don't want to, and giving excuses, screw all the excuses. Just listen to, no, I don't want to. You know, reasons, excuses, whatever. But people will tell you, you know, when people give excuses, they're telling you they don't want to do something, right? If someone says, I don't have the time, I was too busy. I understand people have, you know, so much time for commitments, right? But if they're telling you this repeatedly, then they're telling you they don't have time for you. It's not going to work. Why wait for anything? Why wait for anybody? Why? You know, just to meet. I don't trust someone like this. It's extremely codependent, toxic, right? and his roommate has social anxiety disorder, so you can't meet him. Nah, sorry. That's extremely codependent, and I think he's full of, you know what? She may have social anxiety disorder. She may be telling him he can't meet her, but there's something wrong. Something very wrong with her, with him, with their relationship, and your relationship. I think it's a good thing you ended it. Try to learn everything you can. He told me his ex-wife is a narcissist and he's being abused for 6 years. So as all of you can see now that you've been abused and you don't feel good, right? And you're scared of doing this again until you learn, you know. So this person is there, has been there. What have they done? What have they done? You know, just being abused, that's the broken wing syndrome we're talking about. So just being abused, that's not good enough to trust somebody. We got to get away from the good and bad. People are good and bad. Are they good or are they bad? Are they going to hurt me or take care of me? Are they going to be good to me or be bad to me? Or be, you know what I mean? We got to stop doing that. Healthy, unhealthy, stable, unstable. Someone who's being abused is unhealthy and unstable. It's not a judgment. It's a fact. Okay? Nobody can handle it. No one. Nobody. The healthy person doesn't allow it. Doesn't have it. Not healthy and strong means I can be abused for 6 years and it not bother me. Nope. Take the healthiest, strongest person in the world, put them in a room with someone who abuses them for 6 years, and they'll be destroyed. Okay? And so then what did you do since then? What did you do? Did you go to therapy? Did you learn what happened to you? Because if they're bringing it up, they're not healed. And so you want to have a relationship with somebody who's unhealthy and unstable, that says a lot about your self-worth. Okay? So at the top of your criteria, the top of your standard list, somewhere up there, let's put they must be healthy, they must be stable, and signs that they aren't is they're bringing up the past. Signs that they aren't is that they're being abused, or they've been abused and aren't healed. I had somebody once say, David, why don't you start a dating site and you match us all up, all victims, because then we can trust each other. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. If we're not healed, we're not healthy. So matching unhealthy to unhealthy doesn't work. And really, it's unstable. So the more someone is unstable, can you trust them? No. They may be honest, but they're not very aware of what they're doing. They aren't very stable. They won't be there. They might run away. They might get too drunk. They might, whatever they might do. Because we're humans and we do good and bad things. But it doesn't work to judge people by good and bad. At least go by healthy, unhealthy, stable, unstable. But the only people you're going to have relationships that function at all in your lives, they must value the same morals. Period. This guy isn't being honest if you value honesty. He's not being loyal if you value loyalty. He doesn't have much integrity if you value integrity, respect, self-respect. None of it's really happening here. Okay? I think you made a good choice. Maxine from Canada. Hello, Maxine. Can a spouse married to a narc pick up the narc's behaviors, use, giving people silent treatment, rage, etc.? Of course. Of course. You see, the reasons we're in a relationship with someone abusing us is because we don't know how to end it. People say, well, why don't you end it? Why don't you leave? We don't know. It might sound funny, but we don't know how to leave. It's not just walk out the door and drop everything and walk out. That's not what we were programmed to do. Our brains are literally formed. The infrastructure is literally formed by our choices and decisions. And we never had that choice to leave in our parents' house. We never had the choice that made the decision to stop the abuse from our parents or leave and walk out the front door. That wasn't an option. And therefore it isn't later in life. Our parents need to remove us from danger, and that teaches us how. They never did. They created the danger around us. I call it a fear cage, because there's fear all around us. We don't know how to make it stop. We don't know how to end it. We don't know how to walk away from it. Therefore, we never learn, and we don't do it in adulthood. Period. And the more toxic it is, the more comfortable and familiar it is. And so since we can't leave, what do? Reactionary abuse. If somebody abuses a healthy person, the healthy person says, no, you can't do that. Bye-bye. It's over. If a person's abusing a person who never did this, who got abused in childhood, we say, oh God, what can I do? Let me try harder. Oh, maybe it was me. Maybe, maybe I'll do this for him and do that for him and we'll fix this and I'll go to therapy. Oh, you don't want to go? Okay, I'll go. Yeah. And so we end up resorting to toxic behaviors like the ones they do. We may try to play their game. They may call us fat, stupid, and ugly for so long. After years, we call them fat, stupid, and ugly. They may hit us many, many, many times for years till finally we hit back. Okay? And it's all wrong. Don't get me, I'm not excusing it at all. Abuse is wrong. And that's a part of, that really adds to our shame and guilt after relationships. A part of this isn't just that we accepted it, isn't that we stopped it, isn't just someone telling us how worthless we are, but it's some of the things we did back, reactionary abuse. And those are the things we need to really heal from and process and differentiate. Anything someone's done to you is their fault. What you did back to them is your fault. Okay? I'd hate to be them. It's bad enough being us, huh? Thank you, Maxine. And Melissa, don't know where you're from. Tell us where you are next time. Thanks. He hoovered again. When I said that I couldn't take his lies anymore, he said that he lied throughout the whole relationship because he was afraid of me, not liking him. So he had to lie. Oh, poor him. That's real accountability. He had to lie to you all the time. It's your fault. His own fear and insecurities. And also said that he sometimes would think about his lies and hate himself. Yeah, causes more shame. Is he manipulating or is he telling the truth as a covert narcissist? Okay. He just tells you he lies all the time, and you're asking me if he's telling the truth. Read it. Read your question again. This is what we do. I know. But there's the obvious. When people tell me how great they are, I don't believe it. When people tell me how bad they are, I believe it. Okay? And I call this taking a pile of crap and sifting through it, trying to find the parts that don't smell. That's not that bad. That's some truth. This is all lies. But I think I found a little. Throw it all out. The baby with the bathwater. Relationship is over. You lie. I can't trust you. You don't even know me. And you're asking me, is he lying? What if I tell you, no, he's telling the truth? Does that help? I don't know him. But I'll tell you this, I wouldn't believe a single word he says. Nothing. Nothing. Lying isn't always consciousness, okay? And this might trip you out. All of you are liars. To some degree, we are all liars. We may think we didn't do something. I didn't say that. But do you really know? Sometimes we're wrong. That would be lying if you're wrong. But you remember saying it, but we rewind the video and, what? You didn't. You didn't. You said it, but you didn't. Or you said you said something, but you didn't. Or you said you didn't say something, but you did. Because none of us are 100% aware. None of us are 100% aware of anything. Nothing. Not you, not the world, universe, myself. I'm not 100% aware. I had someone the other day, trying to abuse me the other day, saying, you really need to work on yourself. And I said, yes, I do. And? Don't you? I need to work on myself every day. I don't care how far along I get. There's so much more to go. We work on ourselves till the day we die. Okay? Is he manipulating or is he telling the truth as a covert narcissist? Come on, there's some comedy in that, isn't it? Stop trying. Stop doing this. Stop hoping that he'll change and fix and look through the BS and sifting through the pile of crap, trying to find the one little part that doesn't smell bad. Oh, I hold on to this. People are very multifaceted. That's why good and bad doesn't work. Have all of you done bad things in your life? Yes, you have. If you say no, you're not very aware. Have you done good things? Yes, you have. What do you call yourself? Good or bad? Doesn't work. It just doesn't work. This doesn't work. Okay? Sometimes we just go too far in relationships and there's no repairing it. Even words can be so damaging. And sometimes there's something you may say to somebody where it's just gone too far. You may not have even felt that way. You might have been drunk, whatever it is. But sometimes there's a point of no return. That's one. Good luck. Thank you. And I think that's all, folks. Thank you, guys. I hope my answers helped some of you. Can you please give me feedback and tell me? I answer a lot of people's questions, and I never know if they even saw it. Okay, I reply to people's questions on the comment section. I don't get a reply. And then I answer the questions, and I never hear from them ever again. So please let me know. Keep a little dialogue here. Because even just one question you have, there's probably so many facets to that. Keep going. Ask me more. Tell me if you don't understand what I'm saying. Tell me if I missed your question. I'm sorry. Okay? Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Okay? I'll see you next Monday. I've got a couple other videos coming out this week. Always, always, always love yourself first. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.